VW Pure Grey on the VW Caddy paint job part 2? Yes, you know it's coming. So last video we got both the wings sanded and I have made a lot of progress since then, but this is my first time spraying, doing any spray painting, any sanding, any prepping. I'll be honest, there's still a lot of work to learn and a lot of improvements to make, but so far I'm very happy with the end product and I'm starting to learn the way of applying paint to panels, which is brilliant. Hey peeps, so you enjoyed part 1. Now it's time to do part 2. Let's get at it. So here we go again on part 2. Now I've got to get this full van sanded down. Now it's not going to be in one full episode. I'm not going to paint it in one episode. I've got to get the weather on my side when I have a go and crack up this van. Now most of you guys know I'm going to try and paint panel by panel. There's a lot of prep work needs to be done in this van, so the most important thing is to get it back to scratch, back to basics, and then what I want to do is put a grey sort of first coat on, really light, just to try and find the imperfections, because for some reason I can't seem to find the imperfections of my panel without having some paint on there. So I think that's the most important thing for me to do as I'm learning through this sort of painting chapter of the VW Caddy. But the pure grey looks so good, guys. Let me tell you, I'm really happy with the colour choice. It reminds me of Batman's sort of van, you know, Batman's car, that nice, deep, dark look to it. It looks very mean. So all I'm doing today is just getting this van sanded down. I will be painting other parts because as you can see the weather looks good, so I've started taking some parts off the back ready, and yeah, just getting the whole side of the van sanded down. If you see me on the road when I'm out as well, it will be sanded, it will be mix and match. Don't worry, give me a beep, let me know you're still there. So all I'm doing is taking it back to that, you can't really see because that shadow's in the way, but taking it back, and I'm going to mask off and I'm going to paint that section in a wanna. Now this is not my preference to paint the van in sections, but it's just how it's going to have to be. And as you see here, I moved on to the hybrid bumper video. You'll see a separate video coming out for that, but all we're doing is applying some plastic coat or plastic primer on this so the paint sticks to the bumper. Now if you've not seen this, go and check out the hybrid bumper video. This is just a quick snippet of what I've been up to because I'm trying to do all the painting parts in sort of together at the same time. So I've got the gun out, I've got the paint out. It's ideal if I just do it all together at the same time rather than messing around, putting it away, cleaning the gun, prepping out. It's an absolute nightmare, as you guys can imagine, and I'm still learning, so the more I do this the better I'm going to get it. This plastic primer is fairly straightforward to do. I mean, I just kept it quite high, quite far away. I didn't want to get too close to it, but I give it 3 coats, which was absolutely fantastic for the hybrid bumper. And the video series you're going to see coming out, it looks absolutely fantastic. There's 3 episodes out and 1 more left, so go and check them out, guys. And I'm getting shit done. Right, we have got to get the rear doors done. Now I have painted one of them already and it looks absolutely banging. So to sound like a professional, which I aren't, what I'm doing here is just going over the panels again. 180 grit every time. I could probably go a little bit harsher, a little bit deeper with a higher grit paper, but I think 180 I seem to roughly know what I'm working with, and yeah, it seems to be the go-to for me on the bottom of the pads. Now I am using this Titan sander. For some reason it's just as good as using a compressor. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's not as powerful, but at this moment in time I don't need power, I need to learn what I'm doing first. So what I'm trying to do is just get it to that where I've just took the majority of the paint off. Now this panel's not actually that bad. There's a little pinhole just there, if you can sort of see that. Very, very tiny, which is where the high build primer will fix these little pinholes. I'm going to try and get it smooth. I'm not entirely sure if I should be high build primering straight away or all the time on every panel, or only if I need it, if there's some like imperfections. Obviously all this glue is going to be a right nightmare to get off. We'll try and sand that off, and if not, we may need to get, I don't know, maybe a heat gun on it or something. So I did eventually try and sand it off, but it was having none of it. So I then thought I'd try and put some rubber removal on there. That didn't work either. So after that I tried a screwdriver, and it did actually scrape off, which was really nice. So what I've done is just screwdrivered the majority of that sort of rubber, horrible old seal or whatever it was, bit of sealant or some sticky pads. So I managed to get all of them off by just using the screwdriver, which was fantastic. And then after that I went back to sanding, but there was so many imperfections underneath the bottom of here, like so much old paint that was flaking off. It just wasn't really best pleased, so I just started going that little bit deeper, trying to find more out and trying to fix it. So just continued on, just getting all of them sticky pads off, and once I got them sticky pads off, I was pretty much ready just to sand it all back, and then it all went back perfect. So I was really happy with the end product of that. Now going on the windows or on the spoiler, I tried to take that spoiler off, but it's absolutely wedged onto it, so I am going to have to take that off at a later date and patch the paint up after that. I know it's not great, it's not ideal, is it? Because I wanted to take it off, but I could not get it off without ripping it. At this moment in time, if I come to a meet, I want to make sure I've got some spoiler rather than no spoiler. So yeah, a bit disappointed with that as well. But just look, carried on working through, tried to get it off, would not come off. So yeah. But luckily enough, I managed to sand it all down with 180 grit, and it's time to get this door in for paint. So I've already sprayed the other door, but you guys who are experts, I messed up on this door. The other door was pretty much perfect, but I've messed up on this door. So if you can see what's wrong with the panel, drop me a comment and let me know before I tell you guys a little bit later on. If you're watching this now, hit the comments up and tell me what's wrong with the door, because I can see it now, but for some reason, because I'm still an amateur, I just missed it, honestly. And yeah, it means it's going to have to come back off and get repainted at a later date. But let me show you applying the paint. It is so nice, this paint that I'm spraying, and the gun that I've got is really, really good. And I'm starting to learn the technique. I still get a couple of runs, a couple of drips. The gun sometimes malfunctions and I get a little bit of a drip. It's not the end of the world, really. Just need sanding back and repainting. It's not the end of the world. I'm managing to spray here that's going to cost me next to nothing. Probably less than 100 quid to spray the full van a new colour, and I've learnt a new tool and a new technique. Now what I have noticed here by just watching this, and I'll show you guys in a minute when we get to the time lapse of doing the door, but I'm spraying these edges probably too far away. I'm also going very quick across the panels, and I think I'm probably going across too quick, which is why I'm getting some form of orange peel. It looks quite glassy in there, it looks quite good in there, so it's not the end of the world. But I know there's an issue. I've already started spraying, so I'm just going to crack on and continue on and get 3 coats on this, because if I'm coming to a Caddy meet, I at least want it to look half decent. So let's start doing by that, and I can always take them back off and repaint them at a later date. It's not the end of the world. I'm so disappointed in myself here. So it looks terrible, absolutely terrible, and I don't even think I can't even wet sand it down. I don't think it looks absolutely it looks terrible. Oh god, right, I forgot to panel wipe down, I forgot a tack cloth, I've rushed to get the paint on, and I've fudged it up. I mean, don't get me wrong, the colour still looks nice, but I can see loads of imperfections. I'm trying to rush it. I need to not. I can just see loads of imperfections. Oh, it looks absolutely hideous. I mean, the colour looks great. So I forgot to... What an idiot. Forgot to panel wipe it. Forgot to tack cloth it. I just threw paint on. I can see loads of dinks now as well, which I couldn't see before. There's a dink in the middle. I mean, I suppose it's alright. I'm going to have to sand it right back again. And go again. There's a dink over there. To you guys, it'll look pretty decent, but let me tell you. And I think the rain's going to come as well soon, which doesn't help. If it does, it's not the end of the world. Yep, I can't leave it at that. That looks absolutely hideous. Now to the naked eye, to you guys, it probably looks okay on camera, but it's not, it just isn't. It really isn't. I mean, I've got a run there. I felt the gun just double trigger around this area. You can see there's a little bit of a, there's a run there. There's a run there. I felt it go. Yeah, harder panel to paint this one. Left the spoiler on. Said I was going to take it off. Left the spoiler on. I only left it on, as you guys know. Yeah, it just looks... It looks atrocious. Colour's mint. Colour's great. I mean, it'll do for now, don't get me wrong, but I'm going to have to take this back off and repaint this again. So while our paint is settling, I'm going to give you guys an update on my Caddy. But first of all, let me show you the challenge that I face every time I do this in the UK. It starts to rain. Absolutely smash it down. And you'll see just hitting the windscreen now. Now the next piece of time lapse, look at it, it's absolutely starting to pepper it down. So painting outside is going to be an absolute nightmare for me. I'm going to be able to, just going to have to work panel by panel until I get it right. It may not be perfect until I get some sort of unit at a later date, and as soon as I get a unit I can then probably spray it properly. But at the minute I just need to do what I can do to make it look 10 times better. But what I want to show you, the main thing on the van. Now if you remember last time we had a problem with the DPF and it kept regenning. So I just want to show you what I've done. So I've now got no lights on the dashboard, which is absolutely mint. And if you remember last time, it was puffing out loads of white smoke, which, as you guys know, there was no other sort of symptom for it other than it could have been the DPF. And then we had a bit of hope when I done the EGR delete. You could see that the actual DPF light came on the dashboard, and I'll insert all the footage here so you guys can see and remember, because I haven't done one on my van for a long time. But let me show you, the white smoke that we once had has now gone. Now if you remember in some of the previous videos, you'll have seen me practicing a little bit of welding, giving things a little bit of TLC. Well, I've given this van a TLC, and now we've got absolutely zero lights on the dashboard and no white smoke. And she even sounds pretty nice. And if you just look out the back windscreen, you can probably see a little bit of smoke. And that is because I got my DPF deleted, which is absolutely over the moon for me, because I was just having so many problems with DPF. So I got DPF, EGR deleted, and the company who saved me, I'll tag them up here. This is a paid service. I've not got it for free. So I don't mind tagging people who do good work in. So this is who the guy is, and this is the work that he done for me. DPF, EGR delete, and a little small map on there. I was going to send it to the moon and back and get it, you know, stage 1, stage 2, but at the minute, for this one, this is my daily, and I don't want to ruin it. And I've got the bars in here just sat there because until I get it painted, I aren't going to put them on the van until I get the rest of it painted. But the inside is now ready for a 2-run dash, and I think you'll agree, she's looking much cleaner, much fresher inside here. I need to get this or these on. They have been painted, as you can see. They do need a sand and a polish. They have got some form of orange peel in the paint, as you can see. But look, you know, I'm trying to learn what that orange peel is and how I get it. I don't have a clue yet. I suppose only time will tell. But as for the van, she's absolutely minting. I took her out for a test drive and she was absolutely fine yesterday, but I did have a noise coming from the passenger side wheel. I think it's a drop link that we need to fix. So let's get on with doing that now before we go back to the paint. And this is what it's like when you haven't got a unit. It's absolutely smashed it down. But look, I need to find out what this is because I'm driving it and there's some sort of knock. I think it's that drop link. I don't think it's tight enough because it was crap. I thought I'd just replace it. So let's get that wheel zapped off. It has been absolutely smashing it down with rain, as you can see by the puddle underneath the van. So my plan is to play it very safe here. This bit that needs doing now will be getting done. The van's going to be getting bedded in for a couple of weeks. That was tight. So I'm just going to literally do any maintenance thing I need to get done. Oh, what the hell? Put them on. Far too tight. So, drop link. It's not very tight. It's not that. It's nothing else. So, drop link. What do I need in there? Oh, she looks like an ugly drop link, that one. You seen me struggle a second ago. I've just used a Milwaukee there. It took me 10 seconds. Honestly, it goes to show with the right tools and the right techers, all of this is a doddle. It really is. Try and blast it. Oh, you bugger. I need something that holds these little nuts in. I need a proper set. Halfords are just, yeah, I think I'm smashed Halfords now. Right, that's tight. Right, drop link done. Let me show you what I've done so at least you guys can see, because I know it's been a bit rock solid there. Right. Oh, do you know what? And the black as well, they look really snazzy, don't they? So, I'm going to put the wheel arch lining back in now because it's pretty much finished, as I say, with the Caddy. So, drop link in here, nice and tight, no more movement. Both bolts are tight, and the threads coming through on both, which are absolutely fantastic. So, that's that done now. That was the knocking noise. So, I think I'm ready to go on a bit of a road trip with this Caddy. But ideally, I wanted it painting first. I wanted the paint to be all sorted so I could bring it to show you guys at the show. Not going to happen, especially with the weather. So it'll just come like a patchwork quilt if it has to. I'm not fussed. Right, let's get tidied up, wheel back on, wheel arch lining somewhere. I'll put that back in now, wheel back on, and that, this job's a good one for the drop link, which is another piece out the way that I need to get. I've got the other side to do as well. Like you say, everyone who buys a show pony, don't get me wrong, not if I could just go and buy a show queen tomorrow, but what would be the fun in that, eh? What would be the fun in buying a show queen? I want to be fixing it. A lot of them going on, was there? That did. And I ain't got a low riding jack. Again, I'm poor. Every time I do this, I'm just waiting for something to ping up. Pew! Jack out the way. Let's tidy up and I'll show you the caddy. And I've had to move away out of Bonnie Blue because I'm doing some work. But the back doors are pretty much done. Couple of dinks in there, couple of scuffs in there. Not exactly perfect. This door is much better. This door does need a little bit of attention eventually, but for now I'm happy. Next thing I want to do is get that bumper done, so I am going to take the bumper off the Caddy Maxi, the blue one, plastic primer, paint it, and then this one I'm going to bring in for sanding to go back, or I might even bin it yet, I'm not entirely sure, on the Maxi. But I've also put one coat on this door of the Maxi as well, just because I couldn't see any dinks, but now I can see some patches down here, rust patches that I want to get done. And I can also see I haven't quite sanded these bits perfect here as well. So this is the best way for me to learn, definitely the best way for me to paint these caddies. She sounds mean. I thought we'd just go for a quick round the block. Oh guys, she sounds... I think I'm gonna get this, like, I don't know yet. Let's get out and get some meat first done. This is my show pony in there. So I need to start driving it on the daily now. I need to, there's no lights on the dash. So I think I've pretty much got the majority of servicey items done now, if that makes sense, I think. She's not smoking white anymore now. I just need to take her out and test drive for a couple of weeks. I'll do some long journeys, some short journeys. I'll just go around the block just to show you guys. I tell you what, oh, I've got seats in the back. She is nippy for a CR170 Seat Leon. Part of me's wanting to do Bonnie Blue in this with a CR170 swap, or at least with a manual rather than DSG. I've gone down the DSG route. Don't know if that's a good idea or not, guys. But the Seat Leon CR170s are just absolutely banging. Like, need some fuel? No, sorry. I need to give her a good little razz about and a good little... Make sure all the nuts and bolts are tight, you know. Check everything. Make sure everything's okay. Cause I'm going to start doing some long distances in this caddy to come down and see you guys. So she is. I just need to get her out on the road now. Just to keep taking her for some spins and stuff. So I'm just going to put the reg on temporarily on the front of this caddy, on the front of the bumper. We are doing the hybrid bumper, remember that, but she's a nice van at the minute. Yeah, I'm really happy. I'm happy with it. I mean, I've been maintaining this van for a long time, haven't I? So it'd be nice to just really enjoy it and come out with her. And you know, I'm still going to be doing a lot of TLC to this van. You know, I want to challenge myself by doing an automatic in Bonnie Blue as well. I want to challenge and have a go at that. Bonnie Blue really's got a bumper and a pair of doors to fix. Sorry, to paint. Sorry, just minding that it keeps scraping on the front. I don't know what's scraping yet. So, but no white smoke after I've had that DPF delete, which is fantastic. So shout out to the remapping company who done that, because yeah, he's a top lad. Just need to make sure I don't bump into someone's car. So I think, well, we still got loads more episodes coming up, but I think we're going to call it a day for that video. Now, do me a massive favour, please go and hit the like and subscribe button and share button if you can, if you've enjoyed today's video. I think I've got that side door to do, which I can do next. I've got this one to put a second coat of paint on. Then I've got the back side of the van to do. Now my plan is to get it all taped up, all maxed up. As soon as we've got a day where we've got really nice weather, I'm going to make sure it's all sanded, all prepped before. Sorry, I thought something was underneath my car. All sanded, all prepped before, and then I'm going to tackle the rear of the Caddy in a wanna. That's my plan, because as you can see with the gun strokes, we want to make sure we're having them same strokes going along the panels and crossing panels. So I do get it why people say don't paint panels at a time. I get it now. So yeah, do me a massive favour. Like you say, the Caddy's nearly here. We're nearly there now. You'll see me out and about. If you do, half the van's going to be sanded, half of it is going to be painted. Don't worry about it, just as I get round to it. And I'd love to get a unit at some point to bring a lot more content, and all of these could be done in one video rather than like 3 or 4 different videos. But hey ho, you live with what you got. Guys, thanks so much for watching, and yeah, hit the subscribe, hit the like button, and I'll see you guys on the next paint video. Bye for now.